So today I'm going to speak to you about a project that has no token, no blockchain, because everyone else is so impressive, but it's pure NFT project. And it's called Robomot, which stands for Robot Remote. It was co-founded by Tommy Chandra and Kalia, who's from RSA, and co-founded by myself. So Robomot, the story behind Robomot these are programs that were sent from a decentralized futures. The project is 1,010 ERC 721 NFTs, and it's the first project to use remote worker utility. It's founded by, like I said, Tommy Chandra, who's a veteran artist in Indonesia. I'll explain that in a bit. He was the first Google Doodle artist here in Indonesia. And of course, Kalia, who's from Remote Skills Academy, who has a CMO there and has a background in that, in remote working. So remote workers, why remote workers? As I'm sure many of you in the crypto world have seen in these past 2, maybe 3 years with COVID, even me, myself personally, I have a remote worker. Whether you have your own guild or you run a community, oftentimes you work online and sometimes the task gets too demanding. So, you automatically go on either Fiverr or Upwork or someone on your Discord or a community Discord to try to find a remote worker. And the problem with remote workers is that sometimes because you're not meeting them in real life, it's not really trustworthy. So you find someone in Discord and you say, hey, can you do this task for me? And I'll pay you X amount of USDC or USDT or SLP because I ran an Axie guild, whatever it is. And they say, okay, I'll do it. And then they either don't do the task according to what you want, or they either, let's say they're whitelist grinding, they run away with your whitelist, or something like that, So this is a real problem in the Web3 space, in NFTs at least, from what I've seen. Just a week ago, I was asked from the CyberKongs community, do you have a remote worker that we can trust? Because it's a real gap in the market. And why Robomot? Well, this project started when Kalia and Tommy Chandra, they started speaking about how to promote remote workers from Indonesia. Because even in the crypto space, in the NFT space, every time I come across a remote worker, 99% of the times they're from the Philippines. And so, I understand why. Their English is good, they get the job done, it's competitive in terms of economic, same with Indonesia. But I think Indonesia can really push this market. It doesn't all have to be from the Philippines. And there's a serious need, like I said before. Now, why RSA? Because they actually teach. They have a background in teaching remote workers. So why would someone want to collect Robomot and not just hire someone from Upwork or Fiverr and not Discord? Well, one, let's all face it, anonymity. Two, it's nice to have someone who's doxed. So you meet someone that you can trust, and RSA is going to act, or Robomot is going to act as the escrow for this project. So when you hire a remote worker, you don't have to worry about, okay, are they gonna do the task according to the quality that I expect? Or will they understand me? Will they run away with the money? Will they run away with my whitelist? Will they, all those things, because there's a middle person in it. Speaking more about the founder, Tommy Chandra, like I said, he was the first Google Doodle artist in Indonesia. And he's among the ranks of, for example, also a founder of Mentarupa, Dila Maharani, who is probably the most celebrated female Indonesian NFT artist, as well as Prasajadi and also Kong Andri, who's releasing an NFT collection later this quarter. And maybe in case you're wondering, in case you've never had a VA, what can a VA do? Here are just a few examples. I personally use my VAs to do Excel spreadsheets, because they're very time consuming and it's quite a simple task, but you do appreciate every cent that you pay the VA, because they do it, when they do it and you find a good one, they do it perfectly, and it saves you so much time, especially when you're talking to several communities. You're talking to 5 communities and each of them needs to have a certain task or bookkeeping, or they need to pay out royalties, which for some reason isn't automatic in the blockchain, or they need to do Twitter interactions, or they need to run a community on Discord, etc., etc. So these are some of our alpha programs that we have ties to now. The list is still growing. The last 2 are projects that I'm involved with, but maybe some of you will recognize some of the projects on here. Club is Magic Mushroom Club. And this is the team. So like I said, Tommy Chandra, Kalia, myself, and Shafs, who is a Crypto 3 nerd based in Dubai. And we're looking for investors right now, because one of the reasons why we don't just want this to be another sell and then, okay, let's start, is because we want to guard the quality of the people that we bring into the community. I think the days of us looking at floor prices and volume traded is coming to an end, and people are starting to focus more and more on utilities and what NFTs and Web3 and crypto can actually do, and not just do another dig-in project and be like, oh, the floor price at 5 ETH and they traded 100 ETH in a day. So yeah, that's it for me. I hope I did that in time. 8 minutes, it's very short. I'll be around in the networking if you want to talk. Thank you.